Hi, I'm Nam Lee. I'm the author of a collection of short stories called The Boat. There are 7 stories in The Boat, and I'm just going to read an extract from the first story, which is entitled Love and Honour and Pity and Pride and Compassion and Sacrifice. I drank before I came here too. I drank when I was a student at university, and then when I was a lawyer, in my previous life, as they say. There was a subterranean bar in a hotel next to my work, and every night I would wander down and slump on a bar stool and pretend I didn't want the bartender to make small talk. He was only a bit older than me, and I came to envy his ease, his confidence that any given situation was merely temporary. I left exorbitant tips. After a while, I was treated to battered shrimps and shepherd's pies on the house. My parents had already split by then, my father moving to Sydney, my mother into a government flat. That's all I've ever done, traffic in words. Sometimes I still think about word counts the way a general must think about casualties. I'd been in Iowa more than a year, days passed in weeks, then months, more than a year of days, and I'd written only 3.5 stories, about 17,000 words. When I was working at the law firm, I would have written that many words in a couple of weeks, and they would have been useful to someone. Deadlines came, exhausting, and I forced myself up to meet them. Then, in the great spans of time between, I fell back to my vacant screen and my slowly sludging mind. I tried everything, writing in longhand, writing in my bed, in my bathtub. As this last deadline approached, I remembered a friend claiming he'd broken his writer's block by switching to a typewriter. "You're free to write," he told me. "Once you know, you can't delete what you've written." I bought an electric Smith Corona at an antique shop. It buzzed like a tropical aquarium when I plugged it in. It looked good on my desk. For inspiration, I read absurdly formal Victorian poetry and drank Scotch neat. How hard could it be? Things happened in this world all the time. All I had to do was record them. In the sky, 2 swarms of swallows converged, pulled apart, interwove again like veils drifting at cross currents. In line at the supermarket, a black woman leaned forward and kissed the handle of her shopping cart, her skin dark and glossy like the polished wood of a piano.